Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do something that I don't do too often on this channel in this video. I'm going to violate my rule. My rule is that when the value of something is static, generally it can't go up unless there's a rare exception. So normally, the bundle we're going to talk about, specifically the Thronebreaker bundle, is something that has decent value throughout the year, but it's not something that demands a follow-up video from when it first was introduced because the value hasn't changed. So in other words, if I did another video on this normally, without it being right before a whale holiday, this would kind of just be a waste of everybody's time because it wouldn't be anything concrete that's new. It would just be kind of old news, to say the least. But this offer, which I am going to ignore the most expensive part of it for many reasons as I hide my webcam here. Because for 3,000 units, Mythic Nexus I still value about $2.50, particularly on Sundays. Featured 6-star, same deal. Cavalier Nexus crystals, I don't even think those are worth factoring into an offer anymore because they're so outdated. Keep in mind there are no Paragon crystals in this. And then there's the normal amount of revives, energy refills, and greater champion crystals. Look, this is priced as if it's at least, I would say, 5,000 7-star shards, but it's a featured 6-star. And that is really terrible value. The middle value is really terrible value. The irony is, if I was to encourage somebody to buy anything, of course, it's what we're going to talk about the majority of this video, and it's the far left deal. But I wish that the special % off this offer applied to the far left value, or at least all three of them, not just the far right deal. Because for health potions, level 3s, you can't normally get. You have to get these in special offers. Level 2s, we know, are 40 units apiece, so that's 200 units worth of level 2s. But the level 2 team revives are really where it's at. Let me remind you all that if you go to, depending on your layout, and Lord knows some of you still have the old layout, which I'm honestly envious of, level 2 team revives are 100 units apiece. Now, I'm not saying that that is a popular thing to automatically purchase when you're in need of revives. I do think, obviously, if you're using somebody like Hercules, and that's all you care about reviving, you're going to prefer solo revives over team revives. But just for the sake of total value, especially before Necropolis, and this does factor into this week more than anything, and I want to remind you all before we get back to this picture that the best thing you can do for any hard content, I don't care if you're a new account jumping into Act 3 or you're a seasoned account waiting for the Necropolis, aka the sequel to the Abyss, the best thing you can do, bar none, is hoard your 4-hour crystals. This is the surest guarantee that you will get the best value for your crystals. And also the best value for saving your units and certainly your cash if you run out of units to get through the content. So when people ask me, Prof, what's your advice for somebody starting out? And it's not just starting out accounts either. Put your units into mastery cores and open up those most important mastery points that will be with you for the rest of your account. Don't waste units on crystals, especially premium disappointment crystals, or even Grand Master crystals when you're starting out. And then, of course, in terms of this, hoard all your 4-hour crystals. But back to the offer at hand. Because if you are somebody who values those level 2 team revives and thinks you're going to use them for the Necropolis, and because Necropolis you can't, allegedly, we won't know this until it comes out this week, but you can't use Aegon for most everything or Hercules for most everything. You need a variety of team members. So this more than ever has relevant value because where you would normally be using single revives, you're going to be needing team revives. I wish that there were more health potions to this than these three. I think that they've gypped us a little bit on the fact that they don't give us the same amount of level 5 team health potions as they give us the same amount of revives. That's kind of strange to me. But this has never had better value if you need these items than before Necropolis because you know they're going to milk the whales and milk all the players possible for trying to get those revives to be used. So I think this is that rare filming for a video where the value of this has gone way up because of Necropolis. And 1,000 units is a lot of units, but for those of you that have them and think you will need the team revives, and I think this is one of those pieces of content that you're going to need them more than usual. Everything else that you get here is essentially free because 10 level 2 team revives is 1,000 units. So the 10 greater champion boosts, which those things always come in handy. I don't even care if you're grinding the arena. The energy refills, which you probably won't use for Necropolis, but you never know. Maybe you'll want to use them for the last push in Battlegrounds. The level 2 revives, the level 3 revives, and the health potions are all free, essentially, versus the retail price of what this normally is. So normally I'd give that like a B- grade. Minimum B+, but really, if you need them, more like an A. So it's rare to say that, but I think it's important, given what we're about to see this week, to talk about this offer. As always, I appreciate you supporting my channel. My mom is here in town. I'm trying to make videos when I can. It's kind of a schedule that's all over the place right now, but it's really important to me that I continue to do my best to create content for you all. So thank you again. Have a great rest of your weekend.